Good morning, everyone, or afternoon, depending on where you are, or even evening, depending on where you are. So, I am super excited to be with you guys. As you see, I am rocking my Rams jersey today because it is Super Bowl weekend coming up. And I got to be honest, my Rams are going to take down the Patriots. So, we welcome all of you new Rams fans. We just want to say thank you for joining us. And I just want to apologize in advance for the Saints because it was a bad call. I get it. But you know, there's a lesson in all of this for you Saints fans. Play so well, the refs can't steal it from you. So if you get far enough ahead and you keep the lead, we can't take it from you. The refs can't take it from you. So always play so well, the refs can't take it from you. Just a nice life lesson for you there. So I'm super excited you guys are here. Man, oh man. There was a lot of reaction. And before we get into the content for today, there was a lot of reaction to the email that I sent out yesterday. And a lot of you were very upset. Not you guys probably, because most of those people probably unsubscribed or we unsubscribed for them. A lot of people are upset by the subject line. I mean, we had people saying, how dare you yell at me? This is highly unprofessional for I'm a busy professional. And that headline, while it was catchy, it was unprofessional or it was uncalled for. And I'm like, goodbye, because ain't got time for that. So we're going to have fun today. I'm excited you guys are here. And I see people are rolling in. Heather, take a breath. We're rolling along. Don't you worry. I've got your back. We're going to get right there. So here we are. Rams, go Rams, take down the Pats, and let's have some fun. So I'm Coach Travis Robertson, and for those that don't know me, I am the CEO and founder of Don't Settle Coaching, and we are one of the fastest growing coaching and training companies in North America, and it is exciting to be with you guys talking about 3 surprisingly dangerous sources for information that agents are going to. And I've got to be honest, it's pissing me off because I've watched and my team has watched as person after person after person has gotten on the phone with our team and struggled because of these sources of information. And we deal with the fallout. Now, we're happy to be able to help. We're happy to be able to support people, but we watch as person after person gets on the phone with my team. And I talk to him, my team talks to him, and our heart literally breaks for these people because they are good people who wanted to get into this business to provide a new life for their family, provide an income for themselves. They wanted a career change. And then all of a sudden they listen to the regular sources out there and they get bad information that digs them a hole. Well, how do we know this? Other than us seeing it, is there data to back it up? Yes, there is. 85% of agents never make it 5 years in the business. Why? Because they're all listening to the same crap that's being peddled out there that is not serving. But it always looks so good. It always looks so good. And the sources they go to look like they're going to be helpful, but they never are. And so we'll talk about what those are. But we know that 85% of agents don't make it in this business. We also know that 80% of agents make less than $100,000 a year in gross commission income. Now, what is the number one goal in real estate income? $100,000. Why is it they aren't making $100,000? Well, it's because who they're listening to can't get them there. The sources they're going to won't get them the results they're looking for. We also know that 54% of agents make less than $50,000 a year in gross commission income. Now, I don't know where you live, but in most markets, that sucks because that's gross. And it's gross. And you take out expenses, you take out splits, you take out taxes, you take out everything that goes along with it, and you are not left with a whole lot. And you're like, I should have been a greeter at Walmart. I might have made more money. And look, if your goal in life is to be a greeter at Walmart, Godspeed. You know, it's a great company. I'm sure it's wonderful. I'm sure it'll take great care of you, and you might end up on the People of Walmart website. But other than that, the rest of you are probably not in this business to struggle. And we see it. Top agents burning out, team leaders dealing with massive turnover, individual agents who just can't get their game going, and they're literally living commission check to commission check. We even see the top professionals who are living commission check to commission check because of the way they're doing it and who they're listening to. So with that, Guys, I just want to say this. Are you guys seeing, Stan, I see that I look to be freezing up. Am I good, you guys? You guys hear me okay? Am I freezing up? I've got like nothing else running. So I've got like wicked fast internet connection. Am I good, you guys? Just want to make sure. So I'm going to keep rolling as if I am because I know I'm on a delay. So here's what we're going to do. Let's talk about the surprisingly dangerous sources for help. The surprisingly dangerous sources for help. What are they? And there's three that I want to draw your attention to. Source number one is other agents. And this is other agents in your market. This is other agents in your office. This is other agents. Okay, so I'm seeing like all good. So most of you, it's probably you. So sorry to say that, but it's all your fault. So anyway, so for the number one source is other agents. And they go, well, I'm going to go talk to an agent in my office. I'm going to go talk to an agent in my market. I'm going to go talk to this top producing agent. Here's the problem. All you see is the flash. You don't see what's going on behind the scenes. They're the ones that are calling us going, I work 90 hours a week. I haven't taken a vacation in 14 years. I'm on my third marriage because I'm a workaholic and I don't know what's going on. I'm living paycheck or commission check to commission check simply because I don't know how to manage my finances. And if I don't take this deal, I don't know how I'm going to put anything together. And if this one falls apart, I don't know what I'm going to do because all I do is work, work, work. And they're unhealthy. And they're a heart attack away from an early grave. And they're stressed and they're frustrated and they might be well-intentioned on some levels. But the advice you're going to get is not the advice you want or need. Trust me on this. Because all they can turn around and do is show you how they've done it. But if you saw behind the scenes, you wouldn't want the life they have. Because the life they have is not the life that everybody wakes up and goes, man, I really want to get divorced 6 times. I really want to be fat and overweight and just burnt out and fried and have my adrenals blown and have to drink a bottle of wine just to sleep at night. Like if that's your role model, Godspeed, go after him because you're going to get it. But if you want to do things differently, you have to look at the other agents in your office and go, they might be well-intentioned, but that doesn't mean they're going to help me get what I ultimately want. And so if you're a brand new agent, especially if you're a brand new agent, you're looking around and you're going, well, he's busy, he must be good. She's busy, she must be amazing. And what you find out is they're busy, but they're not effective. They're busy, but they're not effective. And that is not the life you want to lead. And on top of that, I'll be honest, most agents are cranky. Most agents are not happy. Most agents repeat the same crap lies that are out there. And how many of you, and I want you to post in the comments, please, you guys post, like, how many of you, when you got into this business, heard this phrase, hey, you're going to have to buckle up and just be prepared because it's going to take you at least 6 to 9 months to get your first deal. If you heard that, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, give me a heart, give me a post in the comments going, yep, heard it right here. If you heard that crap, post it in the comments, let me know, give me a like, because that is one of the most dangerous things anybody could tell a brand new agent. And my question is always, why? Why is it going to take you 6 to 9 months? Why is it going, like literally, why? Because that was your experience? Because that was her experience? But does that have to be your experience? Does that have to be anybody's experience? Or is there a way to do it differently? So when you go to people who peddle the same crap simply because, well, I got to give them the reality, whose reality? Yours or theirs? Because their reality doesn't have to look like yours. And every time I hear that, I go, no, it doesn't. You don't have to take 6 to 9 months. In fact, we can point to Kunal, one of our coaching members, who did 50 transactions his first year in the business. 50. By the way, had a full-time job at the same time. Now, the dude's single, sexy as a mofo, but he didn't have a family. He was single. He was able to do what he was able to do in part because he was single. But you know what? He had other challenges. He had other issues that he was dealing with. He had other things that he had to overcome. So it wasn't like he lived this golden life. He worked for it. He hustled for it. He did what he needed to do. Now, I'm not saying you should go get a full-time job. I'm not saying you should do 50 transactions your first year. But the point is, why? And are the people who say that really the ones you want to listen to? Are the people who say, oh, buyers are liars? No, they're not. They just don't trust you. Buyers aren't liars. Buyers are confused. They don't understand. They don't know. They're maybe new at this. They haven't been in the market for a while. They're not lying. They're just not sure what to do. And sometimes they just don't trust you. And so they're going to lie to you because you don't have rapport. So buyers are liars. It's going to take you 6 to 9 months to get your first deal. And you'll be, if you do 3 deals your first year, be happy. No, be freaking pissed if that's all you do. Like, do better. And so if you're going to people in the office who might be well-intentioned, but are giving you the same junk, and this is the same with team leaders, those of you that are wanting to build a team, and you're like, oh, I'm going to go talk to this team leader and see how they do it. Please don't. Because I promise you, their team is a hot freaking mess. Their margins suck. They do most of the production themselves. They are literally going broke because they're giving away the farm. Their agents aren't producing at the level you think. They're getting all the awards, but they're literally getting off stage going, oh my gosh, can I sell this award? Because I've got to be able to pay the bills this month. Chase is chasing me for the payment. It's like, this is the world they're living in. And so you're going to go, well, how are you paying your agents? And they're going to go, oh, I give them 75% because you can't do it if nobody's going to work for you for 50%. Yeah, they will if you know what you're doing. They just don't know what they're doing. So you're like, well, I can't give less than 75%. How do I compete with that? Easy. You get to keep your lights on when they go broke. That's a great way to compete. So all of this stuff, like if you're going to other agents for your sources of information, it is going to keep you in just shambles. Your business is going to suck. Your life is going to suck. You're going to have great things on the surface. Maybe you make it to 125,000, but you're working 90 hours a week. Your marriages are falling apart. Your relationships suck. Your health blows. And it's like, yay, you made 125 grand. Hope that works in the grave. Like, that's not what you want. Okay. So number 1 is other agents. Number 2, free resources. There's an old saying, you get what you pay for. And I'm fine. Like, you're like, but this is a free resource. Yes, it is. It is a free resource. But here's the difference. I'm actually giving you something that will help you. Free resources means if you think you're going to get your entire business plan and strategy on YouTube or in a Facebook group, and you're like, well, there's 20,000 agents in there. Of course I'm going to get help. No, you're not. You're going to get 20,000 other cranky agents telling you that their way's better than your way, that they're all just going to fight with each other. It's going to be a bitter cluster of a relationship, and it's free, and you're going to get what you pay for. At some point, you've got to level up your investment in yourself and your business, and you've got to invest in your growth. You've got to invest in yourself. And when you put your money where your mouth is, when you put your money down, you have skin in the game. And we have seen it over and over and over. When you don't pay for anything, or when you don't pay for something, you don't value it. And if you're going to YouTube and you're like, oh, I'm going to get, like, I'll just go watch a bunch of videos on YouTube. Cool. How do you know which ones are good? How do you know which ones will work? How do you know if it's a complete strategy? Because here's the deal. Most of them are not complete strategies. They're high level, intended to sell you something else. Why? Because it's a 5-minute video. What did you think you were going to get for 5 minutes? You're like, well, I'll cobble a little bit this one together, a little bit of that one. I'll pull that one. I'll pull this one. And maybe I'll figure it out eventually. And that is a very slow path to take. If you could you eventually figure it out? Yeah, maybe. You could probably eventually figure it out. But how much time do you want this to take? Are those the same people that are going, well, prepare for 6 to 9 months of this taking a really long time? It's going to take a long time if you're trying to do it 5-minute videos at a time. And you're trying to scour YouTube, trying to figure out, is there another free resource I can download? Is there another free, scripting book I can get? Is there another free crap listing presentation that I'm never going to use? And can I download one more thing? Can I download one more thing? I just need another script. I just need another template. I just need, what's a postcard I can send this month? And I just need a sample of that. And then you don't do it. You don't use it. You never implement these things because at the end of the day, you haven't invested the money. You're not in on it. And you're like, well, it was free. I did, didn't work. I'm moving on to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one. And then you go into a Facebook group and you're like, hey, what CRM is everybody using? And you get 80,000 responses. And you could have just run a search to realize that it is the number one most asked question in real estate is, what CRM do you use? And then you wonder, why am I not getting anywhere? Because you're getting what you pay for. And free resources, I'm not saying they're all bad. A lot of them are fine, but they should supplement your growth. They should supplement your strategy. They should not be the foundation of your strategy and your plan. Trying to build $1 million business, or it's like trying to build a race car with parts you grabbed at the junkyard. You don't know which ones are good. You're like, I'm going to go compete in NASCAR. Now I got to do is I just got to head over to the junkyard and see what pile of scraps I can pull together and see if I can get this, little junker working. But I feel good about my chances. Okay. Like maybe you'll be the one. Maybe you'll be the one to figure it out. But for the most part, you are going to get what you pay for. You're going to get what you pay for. And so if you're going to free sources trying to get all your strategy, it's going to take you a long time if you ever get it. Most people don't. Again, the stats back that up. And they're all in the same groups. They're all trying to figure it out. They're all going to conferences. They're all doing, like, there's even the conference junkies out there. I should have added this one in there, conferences. But there's the conference, there are professional conference goers in this industry who I know who are broke. There are professional conference goers in this industry who I know who are just barely making it. But man, they go to a lot of conferences and they get a lot of information. And that's the problem. All those sources of information, they are information, not transformation. Please tattoo that on your arm. Information, not transformation. You do not have an information problem. How do I generate leads? Google it. How do I do this? Google it. How? Google. How? Google. If your question begins with how or what, Google it. You don't have an information problem. The information is out there. The problem is there's no transformation, and the transformation is where the real results happen. And so if you're just going around collecting information, there are a lot of smart broke people. There are a lot of very genius broke people. There are a lot of people who can tell you how to fill out a real estate contract who are broke. In fact, I talked to an agent the other day, brand new agent. She goes, I don't even know how to fill out a real estate contract. I'm like, well, the best way to learn? Get clients. So you can fill out a real estate contract. You don't have a real estate contract problem. You have a client problem. And she goes, but everybody says that I need to, I'm like, when it comes time for you to fill out a real estate contract, you know what you do? You go to your broker. That's what they're there for. And you go, I need help. Can you help me figure out how to fill out an offer? But you know what? If I've got the leads coming in, I'll figure out how to fill out a contract. In fact, I've even met top agents who have a team now, but in their entire career have never filled out a contract. Ever. $1 million agents never filled out a contract. They just said, you know what? I realized that's not my gift. I'll pay somebody to do it. I'll find somebody else to do it because I'm not a detail person. I'm not a contract person. I'm a people person. I'm going to go serve. Let somebody else deal with the paperwork. Never, ever filled out a contract. You don't have a contract problem. You don't have an information problem. You have a transformation problem. You have a lead problem, a conversion problem, a business problem, not a contract problem. Please, please don't look for free resources to be your source of business strategy. Okay, guys, number 3 this is the one that's probably going to get me in trouble more than even number 1, but number 3 is going to get me in trouble, and I'm okay with that because I said it. It pissed me off. And I'm seeing the damage that this next group is causing. And it is literally, I hate when we have to clean up that mess. I'm glad we get to do it. I hate that they even got there in the first place. So number 3. Yeah. Mentors and coaches. And you're like, but Travis, you're a coach. We'll get there. I get it. But there's a difference. And this is because coaching and mentorship are bastardized words. And it's important to understand what you're getting when you get a mentor. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little bit of advice here. There's three things that are often confused as coaching. And if you understand what they are, you will understand how to make them work for you, because they can all work. And by the way, I like a lot of the coaches in the business are my friends. I love them to death. And that doesn't mean they're bad people. There are some that are bad people. And if people ask me, I'm like, not naming names. Like I love the people in this industry for the most part. And so here's the thing. The challenge with coaching and mentorship is that they are abused words and people don't really know what they're getting. So let me explain this really fast. There are three things that are confused as coaching: training, mentorship, and then there's actual real coaching. Training tells you how to do something. That is not coaching. Training just shows you how to do something. That's about 10% of success. The how-to is about 10% of success. What script should I use? 10% of your success. There are people who don't use a script the way you think, and they're crushing it. So the script isn't the problem. The training is important, and it's critical that you get training. Don't misunderstand. You need training, but it's about 10% of your success. Mentorship doesn't tell you how to do something. Mentorship says, here's how I did it. And that's fine. There's a place and a time for mentorship. I've had mentors in my life. I love them to death. I still have massive respect for my mentors. But here's the problem with mentorship. It doesn't matter how they did it. It only matters how you're going to do it, because the world that they did it in is not the world that is today. And that's why mentorship typically doesn't work. Getting a mentor is a fine thing for certain things. Like if you need a mentor for how to fill out a contract, get a mentor. That's a great thing that a mentor can help with. But if you want a mentor to help you grow your business, realize this: they've been in this for 15 years. They started before Facebook was a thing. They started before Zillow was really what it is today. They started before the MLS was completely online and everybody searched for properties. They started before all of the disruption that's taken place just in the last 7 years in this business. How they started their business doesn't matter, because the world has evolved and changed. All that matters is how you need to do it today. So training shows you how to do something. Mentorship tells you how I did something. Coaching says, let's figure out how you're going to do it, because that is the only thing that matters. How you're going to do it with your unique gifts, talents, strengths, weaknesses, skill sets, passions, drives. That's all that matters. That's all a coach is going to figure out, is how are you going to do it? Because it doesn't matter how she did it. Doesn't matter how he did it, because you are a different person and this is a different world. So buckle up. Let's figure out a strategy for you. And they customize and tailor the game plan, because having a mentor is like, let's say you're, I'm going to go with the Pats, because let's be honest, greatest of all time, not arguing that, but we are just going to destroy you this week. But here's what I can tell you. If you had somebody who's like, well, let me show you how Tom Brady did it, and you're a quarterback and you're like, yeah, okay, that's cool, but I'm not Tom. I have different skills. I have different talents. I'm taller than him, shorter than him, faster than him. And so it's great that he did that, but how are we going to do it for me in this system? See, a great coach understands that you have to tailor the game plan to the player. And a mentor doesn't do that. They don't know how to do that. They are well-intentioned. They can serve you on a lot of levels. In fact, we recommend in companies that we work with and partner with, create a mentorship program. We really do believe you should have a mentorship program. If you're a broker, a manager, you need a mentorship program. But understand where that benefit stops and starts. It benefits on contract negotiation. It benefits on the details, on the, oh crap, I think I'm getting sued, on the, oh my gosh, how do I handle this situation? That's where a mentor really serves. But when it comes to helping them build the business, this is why people complain about the mentor programs, is they think that's what they're going to get. But the mentor runs out of ideas. They're like, well, I don't know, because I didn't have to do it like that. Instagram wasn't around when I was getting started, so I don't really know what to do. If you figure it out, let me know. And then they're like, well, why on earth am I in a mentorship program? Because it's sold as one thing, but it can't deliver on that. That's why coaching and mentoring, as it's typically laid out, don't work. And most coaches, and this is why I'm going to say this because it's important, most coaches in the industry are real estate agents who got slapped with the label coach and they said, go coach. And all it is mentorship or training. And again, not that those are all bad, but that's why it doesn't work. And so if you've got a coach who isn't a real coach and doesn't know how to truly coach on psychology, on performance, on execution, on true strategy and game plan and business and all of that, you're going to struggle. And we pick up the pieces. We pick up the pieces because we see it day out. And they're like, all they did is coach out of a workbook. Right, because they don't know how to coach. They're not bad people. They're just poorly set up to help you win. They don't have the skill sets you're going to need to win. And you do. And here's the other thing. Real estate coaches. Please tattoo on one arm. You tattooed whatever I told you to tattoo. I don't remember what I told you to tattoo. On the other arm, here's what you're going to tattoo. I do not have a real estate problem. I have a business problem. You don't have a real estate. I think the other one was contract. You don't have a contract problem. You have a lead problem. You don't have a real estate problem. You have a business problem. You need business coaching. You need business support. You need business strategy. You need business help. How do I generate leads? How do I show up more effectively? How do I lead? How do I get control of my time? How do I be the right person? How do I serve at a higher level? Because this is the game I'm trying to play. And it is a business problem, not a real estate problem. And if you're going to real estate coaches, understand that in most programs, the real estate coach was somebody who was pulled from the program and they said, hey, do you want to take on 5 to 10 clients, maybe even 15 or 20 for us? We'll give you a discount on your coaching and you can carry some clients and you can kind of get the status of real estate coach. And won't that be great? And they go, yeah, that'd be amazing. And then they turn around and they mentor. And it's not that they're bad people. It's that they can't help you win at the level you need to win. You do not have a real estate problem. You have a business problem. All of your challenges are business problems, personal problems, and that's it. Everything that's a real estate problem, you go to your broker and you're like, I need some help. It's a real estate problem. That's what they're there for. They're phenomenal at that. They're spectacular at that. But when you have a business challenge, that's when you need a true business coach or somebody who understands business strategy, who understands leadership, who understands performance, who understands mindset, who understands all the things that companies like ours specialize in. That's where we can really truly help, is people who understand, I don't have a real estate problem, I have a business problem. If you have a real estate problem, you have bigger problems. So number 3 is mentors and quote unquote real estate coaches. So what do you look for? Those are the 3 surprisingly dangerous ones. And they're surprised because there are some good that they can all bring. That's why they're so dangerous, because on some levels they will help. But if you keep going with what they're doing, you follow it out to the logical conclusion, it hurts. So what do you need to look for? When you're looking for sources that you turn to that are there to really support you and help you and make sure that you're going to win, what are you looking for? Well, number 1 is this. You need proven systems and strategies for today's realities. So, are the scripts that they're using basically stolen from the 80s and 90s and just kind of repolished because they're like, well, let's just update the verbiage a little bit? Are the strategies basically, well, it worked offline, let's see if we can do that strategy online, and are they, all they doing is taking the same tired strategies, the same tired things, because that's where they anchored their business on this system or this process. And they said, well, it's got to work still. I don't know if it does, but it's got to, because it worked in the 80s, it worked in the 90s, it even worked in the early 2000s. So it should still work today. And you're like, yeah, but the world has shifted. The buyer has changed. The consumer's way too smart for some of this stuff, guys. So they understand if you're ripping scripts and strategies from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, they're going to feel it. And they're going to be like, this is inauthentic. This is disingenuous. This is not coming from a heart-centered service person. This is coming from somebody who wants to make a sale, get a kill, get a close. And all they see is a transaction, not a person behind the house. All they see is, closed another one. And it's like, wait a minute, are they a person or are they a closing? Because there's a person on the other side of the transaction. And they need to feel valued, and they need to feel like they're understood. And the systems and the strategies and the tools and the things that you employ in your business and the people that you listen to need to understand that this world has shifted. And if they don't know how to help you in this world with today's strategies, and they're still telling you to do things like this, hey, start a conversation with somebody, call them randomly out of the blue and ask, how are the kids? How's the family? How was your vacation? Oh, by the way, where's my referral? That's exactly what people teach. And you know what happens when you do that? The person on the other end of the phone goes, what the actual, you know what? They're like, was the entire rest of the conversation real, or was it simply so you could slip that in at the end? The buyer has changed. The consumer doesn't have to put up with it anymore. And there is a whole world of doing these things in a way that it's like these strategies were developed before social media existed. Why on earth are you still using them in your business? Why on earth are you still employing these things when that is not how people connect? That's not how people connect. So you've got to have proven systems and strategies for today's realities. Number 2, fewer distractions in what they teach. Are they simplifying or are they complicating? You know, is it like, hey, here's another script, here's another template, here's another email, here's our email of the month club, here's our postcard of the month club, here's our, door hanger of the month club. It's like, wait a minute, can we simplify this, please? Like, why does this have to be so complicated? It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be overly like thing after thing after thing and distraction after. This is shiny object syndrome world. This industry is so loaded down with what I call SOS, shiny object syndrome. People are literally drowning in things that they don't do. They're like, well, I got my door hanger of the months and there's 500 of them and they're in the box behind my door with the postcard of the month and I've got this email of the month that I still haven't sent out. And it's like everything just stacks and stacks and stacks until you get to a place of utter overwhelm. It doesn't have to be this complicated. So find people who are going to help you simplify, because it is not that complicated. Hard work, yes, but it is not that complicated. Number 3, diversification of strategy. So is there one strategy? And they're like, man, repeat referral, repeat referral, repeat referral, repeat referral, repeat referral until the market tanks and you go broke. That's how repeat referral, like, do you have multiple strategies or do you have one strategy? Is it all door knocking and cold calling and door knocking and cold calling and door knocking? Or is there a diversification of strategies that are tailored, and this is the key, that are tailored to you, your strengths, your weaknesses, your talents, your passions, your desires, what it is that you want? If they can help you do that, it's a good source. If what they're doing is saying, well, this is our box, fit in it, and you got to circle prospect now, and let's go bold our way to success, and let's go smile and dial until, we get, 3 people in the car, and then you drive them around, and when they don't buy, you kick them out. And it's like, wait a minute, that's not me. And I saw people posting like, the scripts never even feel authentic anyway. So maybe we could tailor this to me and my people and my business and my strengths. We have people who enter our programs and are like, if you ever ask me to door knock, I'll walk out. And I'm like, if we ever ask you to door knock, you should walk out. Now, we also have people who come in and are like, I love door knocking. All I want to do is door knock and meet people. They're like high eyes on the disc profile. And they just like, can I find a party and go door knock the party? Like, I just want to door knock. And we're like, cool. Like, we'll help you work out a strategy around door knocking because it's your passion. It's something you love to do. And so if they can't help you adjust to what you are and who you are, then you've got a system that won't support you, and you've got a source that you shouldn't listen to. Number 4, business strategy, not real estate tactics. You don't need more real estate tactics. You don't need more, tactical things. A strategy is business. I would take business advice from, Richard Branson is a great example. Richard Branson's not a coach. He's never run a business coaching company. But you know what? I'm pretty sure I could learn from Richard Branson. And I could learn from his experiences, and I could learn from what he's doing, because it's business, not real estate or coaching or airplanes or whatever it is. It's understanding that there is business strategy that transcends. Real estate tactics will come and go. At some point, Zillow probably won't be around. At some point, brokerages as we know them probably won't be around. At some point, mailboxes will go forever away. At some point, email may not be a thing that we use anymore. At some point, Facebook will be gone. The tactics will change, the strategies transcend. So when you have somebody who understands business strategy, the real estate tactics you can Google. The real estate tactics you can find on YouTube for 5 minutes. All that stuff is there, and all that stuff will change, and all that stuff will evolve. And if that's all they're giving you, it's shiny objects, it's distraction, and it is not going to serve you, and it's not going to help. Because when the tactic stops, then what? And the answer is they don't know. So you got to have business strategy, not real estate tactics. Number 5, true coaches, not agent coaches. If you are looking at coaching, you need true coaches, not agent coaches. Coaches who understand, who are trained as coaches, who understand the difference between, I'm just going to tell you how I did it and slap the label coach on myself, and well, that should probably figure it out. And then you get it and you're like, yeah, that doesn't sound like me. That is not me. That is not the world we live in anymore. And I get that that worked in 1985, and I get that that worked in 1995, and heck, it probably even worked in 05, but it ain't going to work in 2019. So the world has shifted. The world has evolved. Maybe we can evolve the strategy as well. And so if you've got somebody that doesn't know how to get the best out of you, who all they're going to do is coach out of a workbook or coach out of a system or coach out of step 1, watch module 1, step 2. Well, did you watch module 2? Let's talk about that. That's not coaching. That's training. And there's time and a place for training. But when you're ready for coaching, when you're ready to level up, go seek out true coaches, not real estate coaches, and ask, what training do they have? What background do they have? Ask, have they ever worked with people outside of real estate? Because I don't have a real estate problem. I have a business problem. How are they going to help? Is it something that they're going to actually tell me what they did? Or is it something that they're going to help me figure out how I'm going to do it? How are they going to help me figure out how I'm going to do it? Ask the good questions, because great coaches, business coaches, can help people in any industry, because it's business problems, not real estate problems. And that's really truly what you need. You need true coaches, not an agent who just got slapped with the label of coach and is coaching out of a workbook. It might help if you're brand spanking new, but it ain't going to get you where you want to go. And that's why we are so good at what we do. And that's why our program has the success that it has. So our average coaching member earns $522,221 a year. That's why they grow by an average of 78%, because we understand how to help them get there, how to pull out the best in them. You're the real estate expert. You be the real estate expert. Find a business coach. Find somebody who can support you, because they're the business experts. That's where companies like ours can step in. So if it's not us, find somebody who is. That's all I'm encouraging you to do. Find somebody who is. And guys, here's the thing. My team and I are 100% here to support you. We've been doing this a very long time. We've worked with thousands of people, and we've helped them grow to well into the 7 figures when they want that. We've helped people who just want to make $250,000 and work 30 hours a week. We can do that too. The end of the day, our job is to support you and help you. And if you want to find out how we can do that, book a call with my team. Go to travisrobertson.com/call. And I promise you this, whatever your challenges, whatever your biggest issues, we've seen it. We know how to overcome it. And in this call, we're going to work with you to figure out where you are, assess where your business is at, what's working, what's not working. We'll take a look at where you're headed. We'll figure out what that big vision is, that empire, or that business that's supposed to fund your life, not run your life. And we'll help you then figure out a strategy to get there. And if we can help you, we'll show you what that looks like. And if we think you're a fit for our program, we'll tell you. But if we don't feel like you're a fit, if we don't think we can help you, we're the only coaching program in the industry that will actually send you somewhere else and be like, yeah, it's not us. It's somebody else. It's a different program. It's a different source. Go here. This is what you need to do. We don't take everybody. We are not for everybody, and everybody ain't for us. We do not want everybody. There are programs out there that here, welcome in, we want you, and Godspeed. But we're not for everybody, and everybody ain't for us. And so if we can help you, and if we think you're fit, we'll tell you. And if not, we will tell you that too, and we'll point you in the right direction. It is our promise. It is my promise to you. So my team and I, we've set aside some time in the next 72 hours or so. So go to travisrobertson.com/call, book a call with my team. But in the meantime, guys, this is an industry that needs you, that needs you to play at your absolute best. And if you're going to sources who are not playing at their absolute best, who are not serving at the level that you want to serve, who are not playing at the level that you want to play with integrity, with passion, with drive, with hustle, with energy, with just a desire to love and to serve their fellow human being. And all they are is looking to close and close and close. And all they are is angry and bitter and frustrated. And it's going to take you 6 to 9 months to get your first deal. So just buckle up. And if you do one, that's all I did in my first year. And it's going to take you at least 8 years to get it figured out. It's like, why? Why am I going to listen to that crowd? I'm going to find the people that I want to surround myself with, and I'm going to surround myself with winners. I'm going to surround myself with people who are serving, who are helping, who are passionate. Sorry, I'm getting fired up, who are just so lit up that they inspire me to be better. Find people who inspire you, surround yourself with them, and guys, don't settle for anything less than you're capable of. The world needs you. The world needs the best that you have to offer. My team and I, we can help. And if that's you and you're ready to talk to us, book a call. It's going to be, I promise you, the best 60 minutes you're going to invest in your business this year. So I love you guys. Have a phenomenal week. I think I'm going to be doing more of these. I think I want to bump these up to maybe 2 a week on most weeks when I'm not traveling. So stay tuned because we're going to be pumping out more of these, more interviews. The interviews, people love the interviews. So we're going to bring some more clients on, do some more interviews, do some more of these. So we're going to try and bump these up to 2 almost every week, guys. All right. So look forward to talking with you guys. TravisRobertson.com/call. Have a wonderful weekend. Go Rams. Beat the Pats, baby. Love you guys.